man behind Hulkamania becoming one of the most popular, he says the most popular name in professional wrestling.
We agree, but in the last couple of years, Hulk Hogan's toughest matches have come at home. And now he shares his incredible story in his new book. It is called My Life Outside the Ring. Hulk, welcome.
It's been quite the life.
Thank you for having me. And real men wear pink.
I can tell. Look at you, you little hottie.
And even pink underwear.
I was just messing around over there. I had no idea you guys were snooping.
Well, we got a shot of you. Why did you decide that it was a good time? Because you put everything out there, Hulk. Why did you decide that it was the time to do that?
Well, you know, watching everything that was going on, you know, with everybody's house for sale and nobody could make it. And it just got to the point where I went through such a tough couple years, I mean, on all levels, that I said, if I can pull the nose up on my life, and I can be happier than I've ever been and be more positive and have my intentions to be so pure, that I need to tell everybody that knows me or watch the character of Hulk Hogan that life is beautiful. Don't give up. It's going to get better.
And it got really bad.
Got to the point where you were considering using 3 pounds of pressure and ending your life.
Right.
That's how the book starts.
Yeah,
and then it's fun and games after that.
And that's a tough one for me, because every time someone talks about the beginning of the book or asks me about it, it really scares me again, because I had no idea I could get to that point. And I said, oh, only cowards commit suicide, or only cowards threaten, and I had no idea that it can sneak up on you.
Well, depression is horrible.
Yeah,
You're in a severe emotional depression.
Yeah, and I was going in such a tough spot. Yeah, exactly, not being able to communicate or talk to my kids, and at the time my wife, you know, wasn't even speaking to me unless it was very aggressive. And
she used some interesting language when she did speak to you.
Yeah, so it got to the point when I went home, it all kind of like hit me at once. And when my kids were gone, and my wife at the time was gone, and all the animals were gone because we were animal lovers, and every single closet was empty.
Just except for pictures, right?
Yeah, and there were pictures of my family everywhere, and I just said, what happened? Where did everybody go? How did this happen? And I was in so much pain with my body. It all just came on at once.
To pull the nose up on this, I mean, you were at your lowest point. Sometimes a phone call can change everything. And you got a phone call from Layla Ali. What did she say that pulled you out of the hole?
Well, what was so different about it was I had good calls from a lot of my friends. Eric Bishop, my partner, my next-door neighbor, Steve Chapman.
People were concerned about him. He's a wonderful guy.
Bubba Lesmans. All these people were calling me, but I had no idea they were talking behind my back, going, we need to do something. Like, this guy's in trouble. And I didn't know they were planning to try to help me. But when they called me, I would kind of fake it. And I thought I was doing great, but they knew I was in trouble. But Layla, who didn't have an agenda, and I knew her father really well, just out of nowhere calls me and goes, you know, you're on the set of American Gladiators, and we were worried about you, something was wrong, and we're just checking on you to make sure you're okay. And she invited me to go to her church, and just someone called me that, you know, expressed concern and love for me that didn't have an agenda, and it snapped me out of it. And it just really brought me around. I was just packing like a wild man, wanting to go to L.A., not to go chase her down, but just to get back there because of what I felt over the phone from her. Yeah.
And she has a church, she goes to Agape Church, which means unconditional love.
Right, and I went to that church, and Michael Beckwith, the minister there, that whole time period changed my life. You know, I realized that you don't have to go anywhere to get anything, because inside of you, when you go deep within where God's presence is, the Spirit of Christ is inside of you. And you know, once you bring that out, you realize how beautiful life is and how happy things are and joyful, and you're really responsible for your own, you know, joy and happiness. And you should never give anybody else the power to manipulate you or make you unhappy, and that changed my life.
Oh, does you speak strongly about your wife? Has she read this book? Does she know what's coming?
No, she hasn't. She hasn't read the book. I'm sure that, you know, I know her attorneys and stuff are asking for copies of it, advanced copies.
It's in bookstores now, right?
Yes, it is, and you know
they can get that. They can get it.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just the truth, and that's just how it is.
Do you think she'll write hers, though? Excuse me, her version of events afterwards?
I don't know. That whole side of the team pretty much writes on a consistent basis in the tabloids. So I mean, it's all, it is what it is.
Can we ask you about reality TV, because we are so wondering about what reality TV does to families, and sometimes we see families that are destroyed. Some say it's because of it. Some say it would have happened anyway. Do you think reality TV played a role in what happened to your family, your relationships with your kids, everything?
No.
And your wife? You don't know?
No, because before we were approached about doing the show, the marriage was broken. It was in trouble.
Although you didn't see that on the first season. You didn't.
No. But what you saw when you saw us on the reality TV show, that's how we functioned. That's how went through the days, but underneath all that smoke screen of how he functioned, there were some serious problems, you know.
Yeah.
You know, just differences of opinions. Like, I thought the kids should stay in school,
right.
you know, be part of that system, you know, kind of like what I went through. And my ex-wife had a different opinion, you know, that schools are dangerous, and I understood all that, and they should be homeschooled. But, you know, there needs to be, you got to keep kids busy and keep them working hard and stuff. And all of a sudden, when they came home, they go on the internet, and however long they did their homework, to me it wasn't long enough.
Right. So you know? Would you do reality again, or is that the
yeah, I would. I would, because you know what? The reality show was what it was during that time, and when the cameras went off, that's when it really got intense. And the thing was, I was praying that the reality show would bring my family back together. You know, I was hoping it would be the glue and bond us again and give us something in common and move forward from there, but it just didn't work that way.
Your son ended up going to jail for what, 5 months, right? And
Yes.
How is he doing now?
He's doing great.
And how is the young man that was so badly hurt in the
John's getting better each and every single day. I pray for him consistently,
Is he paralyzed,
constantly.
Is he paralyzed?
No, he's not. He's not paralyzed.
Okay.
He had a head trauma, and he's getting better every single day. Nick's doing great. He walks in the Spirit of Christ. Brooke is awesome. There's not a bad bone in her body.
But you're about to go into a civil lawsuit, right?
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Come back when you can talk about everything. All the best to you.
Oh, good luck. Good luck with the book, too.
The book is out now, and it's called My Life Outside the Ring.
All right.